Hey everyone, welcome back to the Lifestyles of the It Mom. Today I have a really great, I want to do a 1-year review on a bag that was probably my forever unicorn bag. Probably for 6 years actually. So let me be more specific. For 6 years I wanted this particular bag and I thought it was pretty crazy that I wanted it. I wanted to see if it would actually get out of my system before I actually ran out and bought it. It's like a bag that you don't see really many people wear, but it was like one of those like I have to have kind of things. And the reason why I never really bought it was because nobody else had it. And it was really popular like probably 10 years ago, and everybody who bought it and that was it. And it's like died. It just like died at one point. And then I'm like, okay, I'm kind of glad I didn't spend like the $2,000 to buy the bag. I think it was pretty crazy to spend $2,000 for a bag that kind of like wasn't cool anymore, you know? And I continued on to my usual purchases at the Louis Vuitton or Chanel or whatever brand I would be in at that moment. And I just never really thought about buying the bag. And then one day I was in Neiman Marcus, and then it was just like, oh my god, I can't. How could I have never bought this bag? And that bag is gonna be the city tour. This bag is probably the most, for me, this was the most sought out after bag. Now, originally I had wanted this bag in black, and I was like, I think I want it in black. I think it's much cooler, it's much more edgier. I wanted to do it on the black on black. And then I was like, do I want to do that? Do I really want another black bag? Is that like something that I really want? Do I have enough black bags? And I feel like would I have worn it more? Would I have not worn it more if it was black? I honestly wore it a lot. I actually, like I said, this was my unicorn bag. I have no regrets with this bag. It's one of my favorite. Of all my non-Louis Chanel bags, this is definitely one of my favorites. It will always be my favorite. It'll never leave my collection. It is probably one of the best purchases I ever got. My husband bought me this bag last year. Last November to be exact. It was actually a pretty funny story. So I've said it in a couple of videos in the past that my husband and I always arrange presents, and whatever the present is normally kind of going to be really expensive. So, you know, I get this one present throughout the year, and I don't really request anything else. Well, last Thanksgiving, it was literally Black Friday. I dragged my husband and my two daughters to Neiman Marcus. And he's like, why are we going to Neiman Marcus? I was like, I don't know. You know, maybe they're having a Black Friday deal or whatever. And he's like, at Neiman Marcus? Like, really? And I'm like, yeah, you know, let's just go in. You never know. We could find something great. And he was like, okay, whatever. So we went inside to Neiman Marcus, and they had like those display tables of bags. And I was like, oh, look, there's a bag sale. And he was like, Louis Vuitton doesn't go on sale, Maria. You're not going to find that on the bag table. And I was like, are you sure? And then he was like, I'm pretty sure they don't have Louis Vuitton on the table. And I knew that. But, you know, you never knew what I was going to find, right? And you're like sorting through it, and you see like YSLs, and you see some Chloe bags, and you see these other bags. And then all of a sudden I see the city tour. And then I went bullshit crazy. Like, I was like, oh my god, I gotta get this bag. And he's like looking at me like, you're out of your mind, right? You want this bag. And I was like, yes. And then I'm just standing there holding the bag, and this other lady is like, do you want that bag? The one that was like a customer. And I'm like, I'm not going to put this bag down, so yeah, I'm gonna want this bag. And then my husband's like, oh god, she's going to fight with somebody in Neiman Marcus. And I was like, I didn't care. I wanted the bag. So my husband's like, well, I technically do not have to get you this bag because I've already paid up for the year, and then it means that's your next year's gifts, and you really want that for next year's, all your gifts for the year? And I'm like standing there holding the bag with my grip, and I'm like, and I'm just like hesitant to say yes. And then I'm like, it was like this whole thing, like, it was like 6 years of, do I want to do it? Do I not? I don't know. I really like this bag. I don't know what's wrong with me. Why can't I just say yes? Why is it so much easier to say that for a Louis or for a Chanel or whatever? Why am I being so difficult over this? It's the same price. And I'm just like, I don't get it. Is it because it's so understated? It doesn't have the logo on it. I don't know what it was. So then the lady, the Neiman Marcus sales rep at the time, her name was Sandy, and she turns around to me, she goes, well, it's even more discounted than what the price says on the ticket. So the price on the ticket said it was $1,600 from $2,090, and I was like, okay, that's, you know, that's like a good discount. And then she's like, oh, and it's an additional 20% for Black Friday. So the bag, like, after taxes, it came out to like 14 and change or whatever. And I was like, and I'm just like looking at him, and he's just like, oh my god, I'm gonna buy this bag, aren't I? And then I'm just like looking at him, and he's just like, fine. So he hands over his credit card and he buys it. And then he was like, let's see if she has buyer remorse, if in a couple of days she's gonna end up returning it because she really wanted a Louis or some other bag. And I got her home and I never regretted it. It was actually the best decision I ever made. I probably have to say that my impulse shopping that day was probably one of the best things I ever done, because it is so understated and I'm so appreciated. And if you don't know who Balenciaga is, yes, it's Balenciaga, guys. If you don't know who Balenciaga is right now with those knit trainers, which I have, don't worry about it. If you want a video on those knit trainers, I could totally do that for you. You know, I'm like, yeah, like, Balenciaga, they know their shit. They really do. I mean, they brought the whole sneaker tour, like, revolved around, and yeah, I'm not a big fan of their new bags with Logomania bags that they got going on, like the imitation Alma, the Louis Vuitton Alma bags with the big Balenciaga lettering. That totally is not my vibe. I would not be buying that bag. But this bag, oh my god, how much do I love this bag. This bag I use a lot when I'm going to meetings. I'm doing something that requires lots of groups of people, and I want to be less in your face. And I think a lot of people from New York, and if I'm, you know, and it's not to sound like snobbish or anything, but people from New York will totally understand. Sometimes you're not taken seriously when you're wearing way too much. Like, you're just being way too expensive. And as much as I love my style and I will never change who I am, but I do downplay my style, and I do downplay a lot of my luxury because I think it's like inappropriate in certain settings. So when I take out the Balenciaga bag, a lot of the outer towners that I work with, they have no idea what I'm wearing. They just think it's a leather bag with like a bunch of metal clasps on it. They don't question me, and I love that. And I love that I could still be me, but it's not in your face like the monograms or the Chanel clasps, or, you know, even the Prada bags. It's like the nylon. It's like everybody, if you wear a nylon bag, that right away everybody knows it's like, you know, Prada. So I had really enjoyed that. Now, this bag is a little, like, it's a little weird. Like, I never bought an organizer for this bag, and the reason why I never did was because I loved that she was, like, floppy. I don't know. I didn't want her to be structured. I didn't want her to be anything. I just wanted her to be perfect. So, I do not have an organizer in this bag. Now, I keep her in mint condition because, like I said, I'm overly anal and overly obsessive. The bag is black. It has several pockets for very many things. It has a mirror if I really feel like I want to check myself out. I've had this bag, like I said, for over a year now. I got her back in 2018 in November. I wore it a lot. There is not a scratch. There is not a mark. There is pretty much nothing. I mean, the only thing that I have to say that I see is like a popped stitch right here. And that's about it, if you could see that. But other than that, this bag is perfect. This has a zipper. Yeah, close it right up. And that's what I love about it. So, if you're on the fence about this bag, and I know there's not a lot of videos on this bag, so if you're on the fence about getting a Balenciaga bag, or getting, you know, even just a bag in general from Balenciaga, I'm here to tell you that I think you should do it. I really do. I really think that if you want something that is gonna last you forever, you can get reasonably priced. Like, you can get the Balenciaga bags on a reasonably priced. If not even from Neiman Marcus, you could get it from Farfetch, Louise Aroma, Sensa, Essence, whatever they call that brand, you know, company. Like, they do have them on a great discounted prices. And like I said, it's very organized. It has a big zipper here. Like I said, it has a couple of pockets. It has another zipper here for your faster items. And we're gonna pack her up. I'm gonna show you what it is to carry this bag. So I just took out some essentials. Ugh, I hate when I get lint in these bags. Okay, so I brought some essentials that I would use on a daily work day. So a daily work day, when I actually went to work, basically with this quarantining, I feel like I have no purpose for her because there's nothing really to plan. Really, absolutely nothing. But when I do have to go to work, I take my trusty planner with me. She fits in there. I mean, come on, the mini pochette. I mean, she was gonna come with me anyway. So I have a bunch of random things in here right now. Card holder, some other stuff. My AirPods, she's in here. My sunglass case, you know, when I used to see the sun. I'm using today the Chanel, the one with the crystals on the side. These are really cute, so if you like these types of sunglasses, these are very nice. They're still online, so if you like them, check them out. If you want information, I can link these below. That will go in here. My wallet. You know, this is a medium size, not the large. I obviously do not have it stuffed right now because I'm using my mini pochette as my wallet quarantining, but I carry my wallet and my cell phone. Okay, carry that in the zipper pocket, and there she goes. She is stuffed, she is good, she is full. Now, this could get very heavy once you pack it because it's a bigger bag. You can pack it and it could get very heavy. It does have this nifty little shoulder padding on it. So as you can see, it'll hold it on your shoulder. This bag obviously cannot be crossbodied, and it goes right to my midriff. I think it's a fantastic bag. I think it's a fantastic work bag. I think it's a fantastic everyday bag if you're a big bag type of gal. I think it's just a fantastic bag in general. It's a bag that is secure because it has the zipper. You can wear it as a top handle if you want to have it on the crook of your arms, and you can wear it as a shoulder bag. Yeah, the downside it is not a crossbody. Do I want to wear a bag that's heavy, sticking out from my body, that's so big, and I'm just stuffed it with everything in there, mother? Probably not. I mean, let's be honest, I'm really not going to do that. So I really do think that this is a great bag. So if you're on the fence, you were like wondering if anybody was going to talk about this bag or give you any suggestions, like I said, I paid a little over $1,400 after tax. In New York, tax is like 8.875 for luxury. If you were on the, like, you know what I mean? Like, I thought it was a great buy for what I paid for it. I know, would I have paid $29.90 for it before tax? You know, maybe. I mean, now I would. After getting the bag and having it for a year and watching the craftsmanship and how well it held up, would I actually do it again and actually pay the full price? I probably will. I do definitely want to get the bag in black and black. I think it would be great. I would love to get that bag. Will I get it right now? Probably not. It's summertime. Let's be really honest. I'm gonna be like buying lighter color bags to go out, enjoy myself, and like enjoy the sun and the sun. You know, once, you know, I can go back to being outside and the nail salon and the hair salon and, you know, all the salons that they have in the stores now. But you know, when we get back there, I definitely maybe will check her out for maybe mid-fall and get another one. I think they're great. They're all leather. Like I said, the inside is linen. It's like a cloth material. You can get an organizer. I don't prefer it because I like it squishy. I don't want this bag structured because I like the way it looks this way. Just this bag. Normally most of my bags do have organizers because I feel like they are meant to be more structured. And this one I prefer not to, just because of the way this bag is on my shoulder. So I really hope that the Balenciaga bag was helpful. My review for it, my 1 year update is it's still fantastic. It is worth every dollar. If you're on the fence, do it. If you're not, and you're like, this video really just, you know, after looking at it, you realize you really don't like it, then that's fine too. Really think you have to either love it or hate it. Most people hate this bag. They don't like that it's not in your face branded. I love that about this bag, I really do. And the best part I love about this bag is the quality, and to me that outwins everything, honestly. Like, you want your bag to last for ages, especially at any price point. I mean, all these luxe brands, they go up in price points every year, and I feel like their quality is always getting worse and not any better for the amount of money that you're spending for it. I mean, I have this battle with myself every day. Anytime I look at anything that's luxury, it's like, is it really worth what you're paying for it? And in some cases they're not, and in some cases they are, and it really depends what it is. I've have brands that I stopped buying from just because I didn't feel their quality surpassed the amount. Like, it really didn't. And I don't buy anything from Versace. I felt like Versace's quality really just got really bad. Burberry, I used to love Burberry. Burberry is one of my favorite brands, and yeah, I don't see how it's worth that money anymore. I really don't. But those are just my opinions. Obviously, if you like this kind of things, feel free, you know, please subscribe to the channel. You know, I try to do videos once a week, and, you know, talk about anything luxe or anything that you would be interested in. You know, feel free to reach out and let me know of any video suggestions. See you guys later. Bye.